Have you heard about the news that rocked the K-pop world the last few weeks? A shocking news came from the heart of BTS world, sparking a wave of speculation and concern among fans. Jimin and Jungkook, the two most important members of BTS, are suddenly involved in a big problem that cannot be ignored. Everyone is wondering, what is really going on behind the scenes? Will the friendship we once knew be threatened? And more importantly, how did Si Hyuk, the legendary producer, react to this controversy? To date, ARMY, a loyal fan of BTS, continues to be puzzled by confusing signs. The tension between the two BTS members is mounting, and fans are trying to find answers to every clue. In fact, rumors of an increasingly heated dispute are constantly circulating, disturbing the tranquility of fans who have always believed in the strong bond between Jimin and Jungkook. What's really going on behind this news? Why is this so important to know? All of that was finally revealed, and the answer came from the person who had been at the center of all BTS decisions, Si Hyuk. The presence of Si Hyuk, commonly known by the nickname Hitman Bang, in this controversy is a surprise. Not many know that the legendary producer usually avoids direct involvement in the personal affairs of group members. However, this time he decided to speak out. What made him feel the need to provide clarification to the public about the matter involving the two main stars of BTS? A few days ago, social media was filled with speculation that there was tension between Jimin and Jungkook, who often look so familiar with each other. Some fans noticed small changes in their interactions, and that was enough to arouse suspicion. What the hell is going on? And more than that, what made Si Hyuk, who usually looks so calm and professional, finally feel the need to open up? Si Hyuk, who has always managed to maintain balance and harmony within BTS, revealed that the problems that occurred were not something out of the ordinary or threatened their relationship as a whole. However, he also admitted that this situation quite affected the dynamics in the group. The tension, he said, is not something that can be ignored. Si Hyuk revealed that there are many factors that play a role in this, ranging from personal problems to the dynamics that occur during the process of making music and concerts. It is important to know that in any K-pop group, tension between members is a very likely thing. Everyone has different personalities and views, which sometimes leads to disagreements. However, given the closeness of Jimin and Jungkook that has been established for a long time, many fans cannot imagine a dispute between them. Jimin, who is known for his warm and caring demeanor, and Jungkook, who is often seen as a more reserved but extremely talented figure, seem to have experienced some differences that have not been revealed to the public. Is it a deeper personal matter? Or is there an external pressure from the entertainment world that also affects their relationship? According to several sources close to BTS, the issue stems from differences in views on their latest music project. As we know, BTS is a group that always innovates and tries new things in each of their albums or concerts. Not infrequently, differences in ideas can cause tension between members, and that's exactly what happens. However, is this problem big enough to affect their friendship? That is an unanswered question. Before we discuss further, we need to admit that Si Hyuk has a very important role in maintaining the harmony of the group. Since first orbiting BTS, he has become a highly respected figure and has always tried to reconcile the tensions that occur within the group. Then, what is his role in solving the problems faced by Jimin and Jungkook? Did he manage to calm them down? Or did he just make the situation worse? Si Hyuk revealed that he did get involved in some private discussions with the two members. However, he stressed that open and honest communication is the main key to solving problems. According to him, the problems that occur are more small things that accumulate over time and are not something big or threatening to their relationship as a whole. However, Si Hyuk couldn't help but worry about the impact of this issue on fans. He is aware that ARMY is very attentive to every step and interaction between BTS members. I hope the ARMY can be more patient and believe that everything can be resolved properly, Si Hyuk said in an official statement published a few days ago. Although Si Hyuk claims that this issue is not a big deal, many fans still doubt the explanation. Why is it that all of a sudden this issue is popping up and inviting public attention? Is there something deeper that the management does not want to reveal? Is this just a minor issue raised to the surface due to a misunderstanding? Or is there something more serious going on behind the scenes? The question that continues to haunt is, will this problem continue to drag on and affect their relationship in the future? Or Will Si Hyuk and the BTS management manage to maintain harmony in this group like they always do? Only time will give the answer. However, what is certain is that this is a warning to all of us that behind the great success that BTS has had, there are struggles and challenges that they have had to face. What seems perfect out there is not necessarily so behind the scenes. So, what do you think about all this? Do you believe that this problem is temporary, or is there something bigger going on? Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe so you don't miss the next news about this latest development. What many fans don't know is that this isn't the first time a dispute like this has happened in the entertainment world. Conflicts within a group, let alone a group with global fame like BTS, are often hidden from the public. However, this time, this news seemed to simply explode, leaving many questions unanswered. In an all-open world, more and more people want to know, is it really just a trivial matter, or is there another, much larger element hidden from fans? Si Hyuk, who has always been known as a very protective figure towards BTS, now seems to be in the middle of an unexpected whirlpool of controversy. Emphatically, he states that this problem, although it feels big, is actually only rooted in small differences that are common within each group. However, is it true? Or is there something bigger, deeper, that it was finally decided to reveal to the public due to great pressure from the outside? Many began to suspect that there was more going on behind this conflict than Si Hyuk had conveyed. Some observers of the K-pop world and even some industry insiders began to talk about the existence of much more serious internal pressure. There is speculation that the tension between Jimin and Jungkook is not just a personal matter, but part of a larger rivalry, a battle for direction and control within the group. What previously seemed like an unshakable relationship now casts a shadow of tension that cannot be ignored. Speaking of competition, let's open an even more controversial topic. In recent times, Jungkook has increasingly shown dominance in some of the group's creative and musical aspects. Jungkook, who often appears as a magne full of potential, now seems to be demanding more attention in BTS's music creation. Jimin, on the other hand, who often performs as an emotional figure and the main dancer, turns out to have his own ambitions in his career. This dispute, according to some internal sources, was driven by differing visions regarding BTS's musical direction going forward. Is it really a matter of creative differences? Or is it the larger ego involved? Some fans even began to suspect that there was a deeper tension than just a musical project. There are whispers of growing personal ambitions, which may be the seeds of the conflict. The members of BTS are not only fighting for the group's success, but perhaps also to cement their position in this highly competitive industry. Is this dispute to do with the need to stand out? Or is it an issue that really comes from a more substantial difference in musical views? In the midst of all this tension, Si Hyuk, who has become a highly respected figure in the entertainment world, seems to be forced to intervene. But will these measures be enough to ease the crisis, or will they make it worse? It's interesting to note that Si Hyuk's decision to speak in public didn't come out of nowhere. He's known for his careful decisions and rarely makes overt statements. Why then did he feel the need this time to get directly involved in an issue that should have been dealt with behind the scenes? Does this mean that there is more at stake than we think? In several recent interviews, Si Hyuk talked about the importance of communication in a group like BTS. However, the statement seems to be only the surface of a deeper problem. Some close to BTS began to talk about greater dissatisfaction with how the group was being managed. Not a few are wondering, have all the decisions so far been entirely in the hands of Si Hyuk, or is there external pressure that affects major decisions? Will Si Hyuk be able to keep the group intact, or is he caught in a larger circle of crisis than he imagined? What's even more shocking is the emergence of personal rumors circulating about Jimin and Jungkook's lives that begin to affect their professional relationship. Many suspect that there are personal problems that never come to the surface, which are now beginning to seep into the dynamics of the group. Is it about their relationship with others? Or maybe there was tension in more personal matters that began to interfere with their work. Some say that this conflict has to do not only with the world of entertainment, but also with much more intimate things. However, despite the many questions that arise, Si Hyuk seems to be trying to calm the situation down by considering the matter as something that can be resolved properly. But is it true that this problem will be solved easily? Or is there something bigger and more painful going on behind the scenes that isn't ready to be fully revealed to the public yet? With all the tension that exists, no one can be sure for sure what will happen to BTS next. Will they be able to overcome this problem and come back stronger? Or is this the beginning of an inevitable split? Fans began to wonder if BTS, who had been considered a group with very close ties, would still be able to withstand this great pressure. However, one thing is clear: the world of K-pop entertainment will never be the same after this. And so it is with BTS. The decisions taken in the coming months will change the course of their journey forever. All eyes are now on Jimin, Jungkook, and of course Si Hyuk. If this issue is not resolved wisely, we could be witnessing one of the most controversial chapters in K-pop history. Although many began to talk about the emotional side that drives these disputes, there were those who began to attribute all these events to a larger phenomenon. Some people in the K-pop industry began to think that the tension between Jimin and Jungkook was not a problem that could be solved easily. There is an assumption that the two have long felt misunderstood, stuck in roles they did not choose, and forced to fight for their own space in this very successful group. In a world filled with such external pressures, it is very easy to feel marginalized, even by those whom we have always considered our closest friends. However, this is not merely an internal issue between the two members, but rather an impact of the larger structure surrounding BTS. Oftentimes, a group as big as BTS, which is filled with talented and ambitious members, has to face not only external competition, but also very intense internal competition. This rivalry is not only limited to roles within the group, but also to the way they interact with management, the media, and of course, fans. Regarding Si Hyuk, many questioned whether he could really control this situation. With all due respect to his achievements so far, will he still be able to maintain his composure and control over BTS amid such great pressure? Will he really be able to protect BTS from all the temptations and distractions that come with this immense popularity? This is not just about managing the artist, but about maintaining the harmony of a family built up over the years, which is now beginning to threaten to collapse. One thing that is very controversial and has not been discussed much is the role of management in all of this. It is undeniable that in the entertainment world, especially with a group as big as BTS, management plays a very big role in determining the direction of the group. Of course, the management will try to manage everything to keep it running smoothly. However, in a situation like this, are they really transparent enough in managing member dynamics? Or are there hidden forces trying to control BTS's narrative behind the scenes? There are reports that some major decisions involving Jimin and Jungkook were influenced by management. In fact, some of the musical and artistic decisions taken by the group, especially those involving Jimin, are said to be out of line with the management's larger grand plans for BTS. In several exclusive, unpublished interviews, internal sources mentioned that management tends to choose to support more commercial decisions, ignoring the BTS members' personal dreams and aspirations. This further exacerbated the existing tensions between Jimin and Jungkook, who felt that they had to compromise for greater gain. There has also been speculation that the dispute may have been driven more by managerial ambition than personal issues between members. With BTS popularity skyrocketing and revenues steadily rising, is there any chance that management is starting to view BTS more as a business tool than as a group that is supposed to support each other? Some experts in the entertainment industry even argue that this tension stems not only from the members, but also from the policies implemented by the management, which may want to change the dynamics of the group for the greater benefit. Is this the end of the BTS era? As this tension developed, fans began to feel a change in the relationship between the members. Is this just a temporary problem, or is there something bigger going on behind the scenes? Loyal BTS fans who had accompanied the group's long journey began to worry that they would lose the bond they had long been proud of. Will BTS continue to be together, or will we witness a very shocking split? In moments like this, many are starting to ask if BTS can still go back to what they were when they were a unified whole. In a world of entertainment filled with temptations and distractions, will they still be able to keep the bond that has made them so strong? Or, like many other groups, will this internal tension continue to grow until it can no longer be overcome? What will happen next? Many are sure that big changes are waiting ahead. Some say that a major decision on BTS's future may be announced in the near future. Does this mean we will see a change in the way BTS works as a group? Could there be an update in the management structure, or even a change in the members? Of course, this is still speculation, But one thing that is certain is that the decisions taken in the coming months will shape the future of BTS in ways we have never imagined before, with all the tension. Many are wondering if this is the end of BTS's journey as we know it, or is it just a temporary test that will make them stronger? The world of K-pop will never be the same. The tension that arises between Jimin, Jungkook, and Si Hyuk may just be the beginning of a major change that will shake the world of music and entertainment around the world. With all this smoldering tension, one thing is certain. BTS will continue to be in the spotlight of the world, and no one knows for sure what will happen next. BTS fans are now more than ever wondering if they will reunite as they once did, or if we will witness a new chapter in the group's journey. One thing is for sure, this tension is not just a personal matter, but a major change that will affect them, fans, and the entertainment world as a whole.